Now, the other recognizable name on the roster, Angel Reese, who has got to be absolutely terrified. It is not going to be a good Christmas for the villainous Angel.
There is no one.
Angel Reese, widely known as the Bayou Barbie, has revealed her massive new contract, sparking buzz across the WNBA. Reports suggest Reese is preparing to secure an unrivaled $250,000 paycheck, a deal that sets her apart from many of her peers. However, not everyone is celebrating. Some in the WNBA seem to be throwing shade, with critics pointing out what they claim are key weaknesses in her game, hinting at jealousy over.
Angel Reese was older. I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be?
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball.
For someone like Angel Reese, who has been earning a modest $81,000 annually with the Chicago Sky, landing a $250,000 contract is like striking gold. But while it's a dream come true for her, fans are losing their minds, and not necessarily in a good way. Who can blame them? Reese's move to the unrivaled league isn't just a personal game changer. It feels like an entirely new chapter for women's basketball, almost as if the WNBA itself.
Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what.
Is Angel Reese setting a new precedent? Her bold move could either mark the beginning of a major career gamble or the start of an entirely new chapter in women's basketball. Whether this shift reshapes the sport or simply becomes a.
Come on, this is the most we've ever lost in our life. I only lost 7 games in my last 2 years at LSU. So, it's been hard for me. But adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of, just moving on has been something.
Angel Reese is out here living her best life. And let's be honest, if there's anyone who knows how to stir the pot, it's her. It's not just her on-court skills making waves. She's also shaking things up off the court. The Unrivaled League, a new venture founded by basketball powerhouses Nafisa Collier and Breanna Stewart, just landed a true gem in Reese. Angel Reese, who was practically a walking double-double last season with the Chicago Sky, has just secured a $250,000 contract, and that's not even the best part. Along with the paycheck, she's also gaining an equity stake in the league. Just think about that for a second. A player already making waves on the court is now stepping into ownership.
Who has a new weekly podcast called Unapologetically Angel. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be? But she is young. She's only 22. And the reality is the scrutiny that she's been subjected to is inexcusable.
The funny thing is, Reese's new gig comes right as she's drawing attention for something she's not exactly known for, her three-point shot. Yes, the same Angel Reese who can dominate the paint, snatch rebounds with ease, and leave defenders in the dust is now on a mission to add long-range shooting to her arsenal. But instead of celebrating, people are clutching their phones, shaking their heads, and asking, is she really about to change her game this drastically? And that's the real question. Is it smart for Reese to stretch her game beyond the paint? Or could it end up tampering with a very...
At what point were you waiting to pull out this kind of the Caitlin Clark?
Caitlin Clark is a hell of a
incredible
player for sure. But I don't take disrespect lightly. And she disrespected Alexis and my girls. South Carolina, they still my SEC girls too. Then y'all not gonna disrespect them either. So I wanted to pick her pocket, but I had a moment at the end of the game, and that was.
One thing's for sure, Angel Reese hasn't been shy about the grind. She's in the gym every single day, putting in work on that shot. A fan page even shared a clip of her knocking down a few threes in a row, which looked impressive at first glance. But not everyone was convinced. The internet has been buzzing, and let's just say the reactions haven't all been sunshine and rainbows. One Twitter user pointed out the pause between her catch and release, as well as her limited vertical, ouch. And in basketball, even a split-second delay can be the difference between a clean make and a swatted shot. So yeah, Reese's three-point journey isn't smooth.
Angel Reese, you can't beat a big bad wolf, but then kind of cry like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Nobody mourns when the villain catches.
But wait, there's more. Social media, of course, had to weigh in, and it's not exactly sugarcoating things. One comment bluntly read, "She wants to be like Caitlin Clark so bad."
ouch.
For those who don't know, Caitlin Clark is the sharpshooter of women's basketball, boasting a 34.4% three-point shooting percentage and sinking shots from ranges most players wouldn't even attempt. So yeah, comparing Reese's developing jumper to Clark's already polished arsenal feels more than a little unfair. At the end of the day, every player has their own journey, and
Angel Reese spoke to the media. She didn't speak to the media after the game against Caitlin.
What fans are really worried about, though, is whether Angel Reese might lose sight of the very strengths that made her a star in the first place, her dominance in the paint. We're talking about those polished post moves, relentless offensive boards, and her sheer physical presence under the rim. Just last season, she pulled down an incredible 446 rebounds, including a record-breaking 172 offensive boards. That doesn't happen by accident. Reese is a powerhouse who knows how to use her size, strength, and skill to control the game. Now, with her attention shifting to developing a three-point shot, fans can't help but wonder, will this new focus...
She wins the national title. First thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she's played off of that. Even Caitlin Clark getting knocked down in that game on Saturday, who's standing up applauding but Angel Reese.
Angel Reese branching out to develop a three-point shot has fans divided. Some are excited to see her evolve, while others think she should focus on refining her dominant post game and boosting her 39.2% field goal efficiency from last season. What's raising the most eyebrows, though, is her shooting form. Fans have noticed her knees touching during her release, a red flag experts say points to balance and technique issues. It all suggests Reese may not be fully comfortable with the long-range game yet, like someone still finding their rhythm on training wheels.
Well, now, jealous WNBA players will have the opportunity to earn that credit. Now, players like Angel Reese...
Meanwhile, Angel Reese still has to prove herself in the unrivaled league, which runs on an 8-week season, and all eyes are on her as she juggles gym work, court drills, and building this new dimension to her game. The pressure is real. Fans are cheering her on, but the expectations are heavy. If she nails the three-point shot, she could become an even bigger threat and silence the critics. But if it flops, the backlash will be loud, and honestly, who could blame people? When you're pulling in $250,000, here's where things get really interesting. Angel Reese is not your average player. She's thrived under pressure for years, from her college days at LSU to her rookie season with the Chicago Sky, and she's always shown up when it matters most. That's why the three-point shot might just end up being the least of her worries. Reese has proven she can adapt, evolve, and break barriers, and if there's one thing she's known for, it's proving people wrong. The big question now is whether she can transform into a stretch four who consistently hits threes while still dominating inside. It won't be easy, but if anyone can do it, it's her. With the unrivaled league giving her the perfect stage to showcase new skills, this could be the moment she changes the game forever. At the end of the day, the world will be watching, skeptics and believers alike. And if Reese keeps grinding, perfecting that shot, and owning the boards, we may be witnessing the rise of a whole new Angel Reese. With her $250,000 contract and bold move to unrivaled shaking up women's basketball, the only question left is this: is she setting a new standard or taking a risky gamble? One thing's for sure, Reese is rewriting the rules. What do you think? Will this bold move